ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಂಬೆಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಆನಂದ? ಪತ್ನಿ ಸುಕೃತಂ, ಪತ್ನಿ ಸುಕೃತಂ ಬಿಭರ್ತಿ. Bibharti. First B is Alpa Prana, second one is Mahaprana. Bibharti. Patni Sukritam Bibharti. Yajurveda 19.94. Patni Sukritam Bibharti. Bibharti. Dubhri Bharana Poshana Yoho. Patni Parakshane. Sukritam, all good deeds. Patni Sukritam Bibharti. So it speaks about a family. And in a family, yes, good deeds have to be done by everyone. Everyone has to participate in good deeds and make the family a very happy and compatible, bearable, enjoyable place. That's all fine. But here, the major contributor is a Patni. That's what it says. Everyone has to do it, but she in particular contributes more. Patni Sukritam Bibharti. She bears, she upholds, she supports, she encourages, she nourishes. Sukritam, all good deeds, all good thoughts, all good words. As the mistress of the house, Patni. Because she is the house. She is the house is not my word. Jayed astam. Elsewhere Veda says, Jaya it astam. Astam is house, family. Jaya it astam. If you say house, if you say home, that is Jaya. Jaya is Patni. She is the house. Jaya itastam. She is the house. So she is contributing a lot for the welfare of the family. Of course, others will contribute. They are not neglected. But maximum and very importantly, yes, it is a wife who does it. If she does it, it's a good family. And she does it. She does it. She doesn't differentiate between herself and the home. She is the home. She feels that I am it. That's her greatness. There are so many other Veda mantras where she is referred to as Samragni Bhava. You be not the just head of the family, but you be the queen of the family. Empress. Empress of the family. You be that. And you also take care of your in-laws, father-in-law, mother-in-law, and also your brother-in-laws and sister-in-laws. You are that. So in the family, there are so many responsibilities and so many duties and other things. Many take care of many other things. One ನಿಮಿಷ. ನುಡಿದಲ್ಲ ನಾ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಬೇರೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಫಾಂಟ್ಸ್. ಅದ್ ನೋಡು, ಅದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅದು. So everyone has got their own responsibility, their own contribution to make the family a living and loving one. And the maximum contribution is by the wife. When I say all these things, some people, they immediately fight with me. Oh, you mean to say you want to put the wife in the house and bind her to the house? Is it a cage for her? Definitely not. Definitely not. That's not the way we are telling. Maybe in practice they have done it. That's a different issue. But Vedas never say it. There are several responsibilities. Some take responsibilities outside, some take responsibilities inside. Some has to concentrate on what is to be done inside, some what is to be done outside. It's a beautiful sharing. It's a beautiful sharing of responsibilities and duties between husband and wife and other members of the family. It's not that just because she works in the home, she is bound to home. She is not free. Okay, that's a wrong thing. What has come in Manu Smruti, they say, Nasri Swatantra Marhati. But Manu is not our ultimate proof. Our ultimate proof is Veda. Whatever Veda says is fine. So whatever Manu says, if it is not in tune with what is in Veda, we discard Manu without any hesitation. Manu is not our final teacher. That was his opinion, maybe at a particular point of time. Manu is a historical creation. Manu was a historical person. Maybe at that point of time, the situations were like that and he spoke something. But that cannot be for all time. So whoever complained that Nasri Swatantra Marhati is there, we immediately say throw it out. Simple. We don't consider Manu or his words, which is derogatory. Just throw it out. No confusion at all about that. Woman is held very high. She is respected to a very great extent. And responsibilities are being shared. Maybe I have told it once. It's worthwhile to remember it once again. As far as family is concerned, there are three duties to be performed. Dharana, Poshana, Rakshana. Dharana is to bear. Poshana is to nourish. Rakshana is to protect. Dharana, Poshana, and Rakshana. To simplify. These are the three things that are required for a family to run and to live. Now, as far as a male is concerned, Grihastha is concerned, Dharana, Poshana he cannot do. He can do only Rakshana. Rakshana is to protect. That he can do. To bear and nourish, he cannot. That is his limitation. Whereas a woman can do all the three. She can bear, she can nourish, she can protect if it comes to. She is efficient in all the three fields. That's how her structure is. That's how her aptitude is. That's how her attitude is. Disposition is. She can do anything. So if that is the case, this person can do only one. She can do any three. So now they come to an understanding that, okay, whatever one you can do, you do it. The other two I will take care of. Even though the third one I can do if it comes to. So Dharana, Poshana and the household activities and responsibilities are taken over by the Patni and he just takes care of the Rakshana part of it. Patni or Pati both come from Parakshana only. One is external, one is internal. So it's an arrangement, it is a sharing, it is a friendly agreement. It's a friendly adjustment. And nobody is superior and nobody is inferior. That we have seen already. The relationship between a husband and wife is not that of a master and a slave. They are friends. Sakha, Saptapadi, Bhava. That's the highest ideal what we have got in the marriage. So they are all based on Vedic thoughts. So in the Vedic light, things are different. What is there in tradition and orthodoxy, that is something else. We are not bothered about that. That's not the one we are promoting. That's not the one we are trying to understand. Very clearly, they are friendly. Okay, this job I'll do, this job you'll do. And finally, both put together will make a good family. That's all. Patni Sukritam Vibharti. So she takes care of all good things. Everyone has to take care of, but she takes a special care. How? That is the position what she enjoys in a family. She takes care of her husband. She loves her husband and lives with that husband. And she is very much capable of influencing the husband to take the right track in case there is some deviations. Now that is what referred to as, not in the Vedas, elsewhere, they call it as Kanta Samhita. Kanta Samhita. The advice given by a wife. And they also differentiate it by another two. We have got three things. Prabhu Samhita, Kanta Samhita, Suhrit Samhita. Of course, they are in tune with the Vedas. There is nothing wrong in that. But these words, they do not find a place in Vedas, elsewhere. Prabhu Samhita is an order given by the master. Do like this. Yes, that is Prabhu Samhita. An order is given and you cannot overrule it. Accept it, obey it. Suhrit Samhita, as a friend says, hey, what is this? I say, what's it hearing? Why not to think like this? Why not to do like this? Okay, in a friendly manner, he consults and gives counsel. That's fine. Kanta Samhita also is friendly, but the style between Suhrit Samhita and Kanta Samhita is totally different. The love of a friend and the love of a wife is totally different. Totally different. To what extent a wife knows the husband, or maybe the husband, the wife, two friends cannot know it. Because they are close in all respects. As a wife, she is able to understand the trend of the nature of her partner, and she can very well touch the right point and gives the right advice and see that it is taken. That is called as Kanta Samhita. So her influence over the partner. Opposite also true, is also true. Here we are considering one side only. Her influence on the husband is very much than any other influence. She loves, she shares, she is part of his life. And she is also rightly called as better half. So she gives a very good advice and counsel and does it. That is regarding husband. What about children? Mother has a great influence on the children. If the mother is Sukritam Vibharti, if she is the storehouse of all good things, yes, she can bear and bring up the children in a wonderful way. All children become very good citizens of the world. If she herself is not okay, then children will go astray. All put together, she builds an entire house. She saves an entire house. She protects an entire house. Because she is knowledgeable, because she is capable of protecting, because she is capable of bearing, upholding, and nourishing all that is good. Sukritam Vibharti. Vibharti is Dubri Bharana Poshana. Bharana is to have, to support. Poshana is to nourish, to support and nourish. If she does it, it is for the benefit of the whole family. and his family is strong and healthy and good, yes, the society definitely has to be good. So the welfare of the society is in the welfare of the family, and the welfare of the family is taken care of by Patni. Patni Sukritam Vibharati. She is given such a beautiful place. Nastri Swatantram Arhati is not just anti-Vedic, is also anti-human. So such things are not there. Such things are not there. And all this she does with love and affection. For her sake, for the sake of the family, and ultimately for the sake of the society. That's her contribution. That's what she can do. Of course, these things I told already. She educates her children when the children will be in her womb. From that time itself, she starts teaching them, guiding them. That's what we are discussing about under Simantonnayana. Simanta is that. Nobody can teach a child from that stage. It's only the mother. And that's a Sukrita. That's a good deed. She does it. So, in any angle you consider, her contribution for the welfare of the family and indirectly the society is invaluable. Is invaluable. We are indebted to her. And all that she does, selflessly, attributed with love, with affection, she does it. Patni Sukritam Vibharti. So she has got a special place in the family. It's a special place. Nobody can climb for that post. Patni Sukritam Vibharti. But all this I'm telling to a wife who is knowledgeable and wise. Not just a wife. A wife has got a capacity, has got that place which she can always get it. It is open for her. If she does it, there is nothing like that. Mere wife cannot do all these things. Patni Sakritam Vibharti. So many things are ignored in that. And what is good, what is right, what is so, that we have all discussed. That's objectively, we have defined all those things. All those things come here. Okay, next. Mrutyoho Pahi. Mrutyoho Pahi. Yajurveda 20.2. Mrutyoho Pahi. I discussed several times about this Mrityu. But one beautiful thing is, more and more and more we discuss about it, our fear about it will come down. We become stronger spiritually. The nigudhatva, that is a secrecy or something which is not clear, becomes more and more clear about it. Mrityoho Pahi. Protect me from death. Simple. Parakshane. Mrityu is death. Protect me from death. How is it possible? Everyone who is born has to die one day or the other. How can a person be protected from death? We are all subject to death. So the meaning of it is, death happens within a fraction of a second. That is not the difficult thing. But the fear of death is the real cause. Fear of death. What will happen by that time? When death occurs, all our relationships will be severed. We have built up an empire of ourselves. My house, my brother, my sister, my husband, my wife, my this, my that. There are thousands of mine, which I claim it's all mine. All such relationships, lock, stock and barrel, at one stroke it will all be severed. Number one. All memories, what I carry with all these things from my childhood, all memories will be lost in one stroke. Total blank, zero. Everything is gone. All which I have been climbing, what I have been using as mine, it's all gone. All memory is gone. No brother, no sister, nothing. The whole framework becomes a big blank. See, that very imagination that everything becomes zero itself is the one which causes fear, which causes anxiety. And that's what we call it as fear of death. But it will happen. But it will happen. I cannot avoid it. Nobody can avoid it. So we have to get ourselves prepared for it. Yes, this is going to happen. So what does it have to do? All relationships are going to end one day. So as long as the relationship is continuing, let me keep the relationship the best one, the happiest one, wonderful one. That is in our hands. That we can do. It may be for one day, it may be for 2 days. Today it is there. Yes, we are living. We have got all the relationships. We shall make the best use of it. We shall have a wonderful relationship. We shall be happy, share happiness, make them happy. Fine. That's how I can make the relationship the best one. What happens tomorrow, we don't know. If I get up tomorrow, continue the same thing. So this very, very practical approach is required. And when we practically do this, yes, the fear of death will not touch us. We are ready for it. We are ready for it. Yes, this is mine. This house is mine. How long? This house is mine as long as I am in this body, until death touches me. Once it takes me out, this is not mine. You should be very clear about that. Whatever I'm claiming as mine is not really not mine forever. If I get up tomorrow, it is mine. If I get up day after tomorrow, it is mine. Over. If not, that's not mine. So this clarity should be there. It is mine as long as I'm living, and at one point of time, it is out of my control. It's not mine. So my relationship with it is temporary. My father, my mother, my brother, excellent. But this also, as long as the lives, the jivatmas are in their bodies. Once it goes out, all that relationship is gone. So what best I can do? As long as that relationship is there, let me not strain that relationship. Let me have that relationship in the best way possible. You see, this is the way I understand it. When it ends, you don't know. When it ends, you don't know. But as long as it is there, let me make it a pleasurable experience for me and for others. That's a practical approach. So what will happen? One who is really aware of that death will see that all the relationships with people, they make it pleasurable and wonderful. All the relationship with things, they say it's temporary, one day it's going to end. I should not attach myself too much with that. This is a very, very practical approach. And this is saving ourselves from the fear of death. Mrityoho pahi. No external agency comes and protects us. It is we, by understanding and being more practical, understand the realities, we have to protect ourselves. Mrityoho pahi. That knowledge, that awareness, that fact will give us all that protection. That's what we have to do. And we pray for it with that sachanda. Give that knowledge. Mrityoho pahi. This is one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it is, we are in the cycle of birth and death continuously. We die and take a birth, die and again take a rebirth. It's a big chain. It's going on and on and on. We don't know how many times we are dead, how many times we have taken birth. We are unable to keep the count of it. It's not my words once again. In one of the Veda mantras it says, Kosi, who are you? Kathamosi, we have seen that. That's a mantra specially used in the Namakarana Samskara. Kathamosi, what is the order of your life? Is the first one, second one, 10th one, 100th one? We don't know. We don't know. We are unable to keep the count of how many births we have taken. Even now, even now. And it's the same thing with the new child which is born. So you're asking child, what is the order of your life? Is it 10th one or the 5th one? You also don't know. I also don't know. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. It's mysterious. I'm not able to break the barrier and know the truth. It's a very big chain of birth and death. We die, we are born again, we die, we are reborn, it goes on and on. Now, if I want to escape myself from death, I should not be born. That's the only way out. So, how to escape from this birth and death cycle? And to escape from this birth and death cycle has been very clearly explained and defined as moksha, mukti, salvation, nirvana, whatever you call it. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible, but not permanently. Of course, relatively it is permanent. It's for crores and crores of years we can escape this birth and death cycle. That's how they define that mukti. And what is that condition? It says that is a condition of being in communion with Satchidananda and experiencing only bliss and peace. Nothing else. No birth, no death, no intervention of Sharira Indriya Manas, no dependency on Sharira Indriya Manas. Without that, straight away we are able to experience the bliss and peace for a long, long, long time. Almost eternity. But for that, we should gear up ourselves. When you say we should gear up ourselves, that means the soul should be geared up. When the soul is geared up with strength and purity, yes, it just escapes a birth and death cycle, comes out, and will be in a position to experience bliss and peace straight. Birth and death cycle is not inevitable. That is, to escape ourselves and save ourselves from death. Mrityoho pahi. Both ways. One is to understand the mystery of death and be comfortable with that and overcome the fear of death and overcome the birth and death cycle. In both ways, Mrityoho pahi will work. It's a practical philosophy what you will learn. It's not just theoretical. Every moment it is there. Every moment it is there in our lives. That fear of death. It appears very mysterious. But once you understand what it is, that mystery element comes down and becomes more familiar with the reality and will compromise with the reality. Mrityoho pahi. So in that way, by knowing what it is, we are protected, we are not afraid of it. We are protected from it. Mrityoho pahi 20.2. Jihva me bhadram. Jihva me bhadram. 20.6. 20.6. Yajurveda. Jihva me bhadram. Very simple. Bhadram bhadi kalyane. Welfare giving, auspicious. Jihva. My tongue. Let my tongue be auspicious. Simple. And regarding repetition, I have told you. When I have to practice something in our life, abhyasa is a must. Abhyasa is nothing but repetition. More and more we repeat, more and more we recapitulate, more and more we think about it, yes, we are saved. Because the retention power is very less. We are disturbed by so many other things. So repetition is a must, and repetition is a positive thing that happens in our life. Jihva me bhadram. So when I say that tongue, it has got two functions. Both you have to consider here. One function of Jihva is to talk. That's very clear. Another function of tongue is to taste. Taste and talk. Both, let it be bhadram. And we are very clear, tongue doesn't function independently on its own. It is monitored by the mind, and that is monitored by the soul behind it. So when I refer to the tongue, maybe it's figurative, but ultimately I'm referring to the soul, which is monitoring the mind, and through it, the tongue. Talk. Sufficiently we have discussed about this talking. Just because I can talk, don't talk anything. Don't talk nonsense. Before talking, filter it. Filter it. Calculate. Measure. Sieve. And then talk. Whether it is true, whether it is hita, whether it is mita, whether it is priya, satya, priya, hita, mita. These are some of the parameters with which you have to measure whether what I'm talking fits into it or not. If it fits, it's better to talk. If it doesn't fit, better keep quiet. Satyam, priyam, hitam, mitam. So that's a rule that we have discussed many times. Jihva me madhumattama. So many things we have discussed. That's one side of it that we have to consider before talking. And with reference to taste, as other function of the same tongue, that also has to be taken care of. Through it only, by passing only, food will go in. Now, whatever food we take has to be passed by tongue. Now, again, I said, if we allow the tongue to function on its own, it will eat all we call junk food. It likes junk food. But we cannot allow the tongue to take care of. It should be monitored by the mind, and behind that the soul. Okay, whatever you are taking, see whether it's prepared in the right way. The purpose of taking food is to get energy. Is it capable of giving that energy? What are all its side effects? So many things to consider. When to eat, how to eat, what to eat, where to eat. There are so many questions to be answered. So when we answer all these questions, yes, our eating will be a celebration, and whatever we eat will definitely give us the health what we need. If you forget about all these things and just eat, yes, you are into trouble. Anything may happen. So we want that tongue to be bhadram. Bhadram means we are supposed to do all these things. When to eat, what to eat, how to eat, how much to eat. There are so many questions to be answered. If you follow all these things, yes. Maybe at the time of eating, the tongue may not feel certain things really favorable, but the ultimate result will be excellent. So in Ayurveda terms, they call it as vipaka. Vipaka. So at the time of eating, it is something, but vipaka is the resultant. Vipaka is the resultant. We have to look at the resultant. I'm interested in the resultant, not what it is on the tongue. On the tongue, it may not be sweet, doesn't matter. But as vipaka, I have got a better result. So we have to see what is on the tongue and what is the vipaka, and match the two, the resultant and the input, and finally, that is good eating. Good eating principle. There's a lot of thing to be understood under this. Lot many things are there. So if you follow that principle while eating, yes, you'll be very healthy. But now all this you have to start at an early age. That's very important. At an early age, you have to start this. That's why they are given that what is known as Annaprashana Samskara. Annaprashana Samskara. If you start eating good at a later age, it is not of use, much use. Because a lot of things have been disturbed in the beginning. So this process of eating right should be inculcated in a child at its very young age. And that's what they call it as Annaprashana Samskara. The first food for any child is, of course, the mother's milk. Okay, fine. But the mother's milk cannot sustain the child as it grows. Maybe 1 year, maybe 1.5 years, maximum. Within that period, it has to be weaned. Gradually, the mother's milk has to be stopped and should depend on the external food. And the day when we decide that, okay, from now on, it will depend on external food, on that we perform this Annaprashana Samskara. So on that Annaprashana Samskara, we discuss all these things. What food to be taken, when to take, how much to take, and how to arrange that food. So many things are there, so many aspects you have to consider. All those things will be discussed, and we try to follow it. In the case of the child at that stage may not understand what all we have discussed, but its impression will be there, its imprint will be there, and over a period when we discuss it again and again, yes, the child will develop very good food habits. So when the child develops such very good habits at a very young age, yes, the life of the child will be wonderful. It can almost avoid any problems regarding health. It's possible. Because food is the main cause of all our diseases. Food and stomach. If these two are rectified, if these two are channelized, if these two are strictly followed, yes, most of the problems can be avoided. So it is a very, very early lesson that we have to teach to the child. That is the Annaprashana Samskara. So two functions, one to talk, one to take food, taste food. So these two have to be taken care of and should be practiced in life very strictly. And that is Jihva Me Bhadram. That is 20.6. Jihva Me Bhadram. It will be auspicious. It will be giving good results. Bhadram is Bhadi Kalyane, favorable, fine. Mitram Me Sahaha. Mitram Me Sahaha. 20.6. Mitram Me Sahaha. Mitram is friend. Who is my friend? Sahaha is my good friend. Sahaha. Saha and then Visarga. Sahaha. Sahaha is Shaha Marshane. Tolerance. Tolerance. And the right word for that is Kshama. Kshama is the word for Sahana. Another word. But usually Kshama we use it in the sense of excusing. Please excuse me. Kshamyatam. That's how you speak. But the actual meaning of the word Kshama is to tolerate, to bear. Sahana. Mitram Me Sahaha. It's very easy to understand. Tolerance, Sahana, Kshama is very much required for life. For the simple reason that this whole life is not a smooth, even path. It's not an even path. Whole life has got ups and downs. Whether you want it or not, whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not. That we have discussed earlier. Ashmanvati riyate samrabhadvam. It's like a flowing river which has got boulders. So there we have got ups and downs. We have got frictions. We have got blows. Comfortable also. So it's a mixture of positives and negatives. Whole life is like that. So it is a smooth flow. Absolutely there is no problem. But when there is When the waters are rough, then immediately we become afraid of it. So in the waters of rough, we should be able to tolerate it and tide over until it becomes smooth again. So what we need during that point, that is sahaha, in the kshama, in the tolerance. To tide over our difficulties. If the sahaha is not there, if the sahaha is not, if you're not able to tolerate the downs, what will happen? I become suicidal in nature. So that which protects me from such extreme steps, that which saves me to tide over the difficulties, that is my good friend. Mitra me sahaha. Yes, it will happen. It will happen. Now, another beautiful thing that sahaha tells us is, you see, whatever condition you are in, unfavorable, adverse, it is not forever. It's going to change. Whatever good also changes, whatever favorable also changes, whatever unfavorable also changes. Nothing is permanent. So now tolerate. Maybe a day more, maybe 2 days more, it will come to an end. Once it comes to an end, you're comfortable. So it gives us hope. It gives us hope that wait for some time. And till such time, what you have to do? Bear it. That is sahaha. So it's like a friend, and that sahana shakti and that tolerance gives us the spirit to tide over the difficult times. So it's like a friend. It holds our hand. It's okay, wait. It will end. Don't worry about it. Now it's a rough weather. We know it. It's a rough weather. But this rough weather will not continue forever. It's a passing phase. Once it passes, you are comfortable. Till such time, wait. I'll hold you on to. So the hope what is given, that's a mitra. Mitram. Mitram means sahaha. Like a friend, the tolerance and hope will help us to tide over our difficult times. And so difficult times will be there in everybody's life. It's ups and downs. We have to bear it. We cannot avoid it. That's fine. We are ready for both. We are ready for ups and downs. And when we are favorable, when we are in a favorable condition, not much problem is there. But when in rough weather, yes, we become strong. We become sahaha. We become tolerant. We become tough to manage it. And the toughness at that point of time is our friend. That's our friend. Vipadi dhairyam. In Subhashita, they speak about it. Vipadi dhairyam. Vipadi is vipat, rough time. Dhairyam. Dhairyam is our friend. Vipadi dhairyam. And what is that dhairya? There is to tolerance. There is to tolerate. To take it on and not succumb to it. We stand firm. We take it. And once the tide goes, that rough tide goes, yes, we are comfortable. Vipadi dhairyam. That's very, very important. So elsewhere in Subhashita, it says another thing. Daridrata dhirataya virajate. Daridrata is a rough time. Poverty, that's one example. There's many such things. Daridrata dhirataya virajate. How do you tide over? How do you overcome it? Dhirataya virajate. You shine with dhairya, you shine with bravery, you shine with boldness, and you overcome that rough weather. Don't succumb to it. Don't succumb to it. It's purely a temporary phase. It will go. It will go. Maybe it takes 1 day more. Doesn't matter. But it will definitely go. It is not a permanent feature. See, this very understanding gives us all the boldness to face the rough weather. So it's like a friend. Mitram me sahaha. So it's a best friend. It's always with us, that knowledge, that understanding, that realization of the reality. Yes. Mitram me sahaha. This is Yajurveda 20.6. 20.6. So whenever in a rough weather, we should immediately call for this friend of ours for our help, for our assistance. Who is that friend? Tolerance, toughness. So if you become tough, yes, we can overcome it. Mitram me saha. So whenever we are in a tough weather, rough weather, we are not to lose our heart. We are not to lose our heart. It is there. It is part of life. There is nothing new in that. It was well expected. So to become strong and overcome it is the answer for it. And there's a good friend of ours, that tolerance and tiding over. Okay. Enough for the day. So a lot of things are there here to again and again recapitulate, to think again and again, and see that our inner self becomes more and more strong, becomes more and more clear about the things around us. That's the benefit of Vedic study. It happened to all of us. I pray God. Thank you.